a statement from the government of Nicolas Maduro rejecting the alert issued by the government of the United States that asked everyone, all people present, to please leave Venezuela urgently as soon as possible by any means necessary, but to leave, to get out, to depart as quickly as they could. We don't know if they are preparing for a second attack, but there has been no mobilization of the ships that were, the ones that were near Venezuela were moved close to Cuba, although those distances are very minimal for that type of equipment. But in any case, Trump assured that he loves Venezuelans and that the country will become prosperous again thanks to him. So Mr. Trump loves us. He loves us very much indeed, truly and deeply, and the country will become prosperous again as a result of his leadership thanks to him. President Petro stated that ICE persecutes Hispanic migrants in the United States just as the Nazis persecuted the Jews in Germany. And this is a truth the size of a cathedral. What is happening, my dear friends? The images we see in the media are terrible. What is happening is that they are animals, the people from ICE, guys who have no minimum respect for people. They are aggressive, they are rude, they hit, they kick, and they kill, and they kill. I can say it without any hesitation. They killed that woman in Minneapolis in a brutal way. They are true animals, the representatives of that body. Let's listen to what Mr. Petro said. But I think they should reflect first of all, and so should we.
Well, I think they need to reflect first, and we, Latin America, need to come together. Many people took to the streets in Venezuelan cities, a huge number of people in Colombian cities, and social unrest erupted in parts of the United States.
Well, they suddenly switched the translation to English. It started in Spanish and Petro's statement continued in English. But in any case, we have images right here of how people resist the brutalities of the ICE members. Get the fuck off. Get back.
What the fuck?
Get down! Get your fucking hands off me! Oh, hell no! Oh my God.
Then we see people confronting those groups that are and act like the Venezuelan colectivos. I would say that the members of ICE act just like the Venezuelan collectives, violently. Trump signed an executive order that prevents the United States justice system from freezing the millionaire funds from the sale of Venezuelan oil. This is a natural protective measure given the number of creditors that Venezuela has. Venezuela, since approximately 2015, has not been paying its debt. Therefore, obviously, this is a serious difficulty for the creditors who are trying to collect by any means necessary, by any means. The money that they had left, for better or for worse, right? Because there are, in the United States, there are vulture funds everywhere that try to buy cheap and wait and buy and sell high, or they sue, in short, a complex situation. I'll read here. The United States stated that Venezuela has largely begun the process of releasing political prisoners, attributing this progress to his administration's intervention after the capture of Nicolas Maduro. He expressed that he hopes the released prisoners remember the actions of the United States and thanked them for the attention paid to the matter, because that was a note on his Truth Social account. Likewise, the president signed the executive order I just told you about. The State Department urged U.S. citizens in Venezuela to leave the country immediately, noting that the security situation remains very volatile. On the other hand, I can tell you, my dear friends, that the issue of sanctions is going to have an important and significant change this week. I understand that they are going to remove several existing sanctions in the oil sector to allow oil to continue flowing to the United States. I don't know if they will allow oil to be sold to the company Reliance of India. And we don't know what the attitude of the Chinese will be, who are perhaps the ones who are being most affected, because Venezuela still owes money to the Chinese from the loans that that government made to the government of Hugo Chavez. From the loans of Hugo Chavez, which were significant and had a major impact on our economy, we were still paying with oil, but that has stopped in recent times. However, at this point, we do not know what the attitude or the official position of the Chinese government will be, or what it will ultimately turn out to be. There will be an important meeting this coming month, as I understand it, between the President of North America and the President of China. And from that meeting, we will then know, or at least have a much clearer idea of what the attitude of these two major world powers will be regarding this issue. Gentlemen, the agreement they are going to reach in order to let's see in a minute. I'm here, but I'm about to connect to the other broadcast that went down. Internet failure we quickly recovered as well. The United States said it will talk to international organizations. There is something called, it has a name, it is a fund to which Venezuela is entitled in the International Monetary Fund. They are credit-free funds, a name like that they will try to have released to Venezuela. I don't know if more debt is convenient for Venezuela, but rather to try to manage like a good head of the family. That's the term that comes to mind, the oil revenues. But if we don't know how much we owe, if we don't have the current debt registered, and we don't know how much the new debt we will have with the international oil companies will be. They are called drawing rights, what we have with the International Monetary Fund. We are going to go into debt again, to continue going into debt. Where does this lead us? I believe, my dear friends, that it does not lead us anywhere. I don't know if Jose Antonio Picon is with us. I'm going to look for him quickly over here to see if I can find Uncle Tonyo, who may have told us how the dollar is going to open. That this is the other significant headache for many Venezuelans, affecting their daily lives. It's a headache that never ends. And for the Venezuelans who are currently in the country, as well as for the Venezuelans who are living abroad, this is important because obviously the financial contributions and support they can provide to their family members in Venezuela become much more difficult. I was reading here that Walmart, Costco, and even Amazon are all going to land in Venezuela. I think that is still premature, but hopefully we can buy on Amazon from Venezuela. There is a company called IKEA. I wish it would come to this country. It is a wonderful company that sells furniture and designs. It is a European company, but it has a headquarters in the United States, and I think it has a headquarters in Colombia as well. I don't see